Hello, hello. Welcome to Radio Judaica for 90.2 FM. Hello, everyone. Shalom, Sagit.
Shalom. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show of today.
So, I am for sure a little bit emotional and a little bit everything because I'm going to introduce our guest. Our guest is Melissa Amirkhizy. She is, I'm going to say it in I can be beeped, but she's a badass. Okay? She's basically an Iranian-born Belgian political activist today, local politician as well in Brussels. She's active in municipal politics, but mainly if you know her today, it's because she fled the country to come to Belgium, and now she's being very active about women's rights, Iran, and everything connected to that in between. Hello, Melissa. Thank you for being with us.
Welcome, Melissa.
Thank you so much for your invitation. I'm super happy to.
Thank you for coming. We are very excited and proud.
Proud. I'm very emotional. I'm very.
I see that.
For the moment, I'm very emotional also. Yeah. I don't know. It's very strange for me because I always try to be a little bit like, when you are in the fight, you need to be, staying strong, and you cannot. But for the moment, it's like a very emotional person. So I'm crying all the time. I'm like, yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you are not strong if you are crying.
No.
On the contrary.
I think contrary, yes.
Yeah.
It shows that
that you care.
I think it's about care, of course, but it's also about, it's more about that. I don't know how to explain, but my memory is coming back. I'm like living a little bit what I left for the years in Iran, my family living there. So it's like I'm living again what I already left behind me for the years.
When did you leave Iran?
So I left in Iran, it was around, I was not far from 14 years old.
Okay.
A few years here, and then I decided to come back to Iran again. So I lived there between my 19 to 21.
Okay.
There also. That was the 2 years. I would say it was the worst period of my life because as a woman alone in Iran, because at this moment my family, my father, my mom, my brother was here, and I left Iran.
And why did you decide to go back there?
To be honest, when I come in Belgium, so first when you are living at the age of 13, 14 and discovering another word that you never met this word, it's a little bit strange, especially as an Iranian Persian woman. Education at home is completely different. So we have a kind of cultural, very proud of our roots, and also something is very, very important for us is this part of compatriotism. And when I came here,
I think I know what she's going to say.
I don't know if I can say that, but
say it.
I was shocked. I was shocked to not see this important, because patriotism is, nothing can be beautiful than patriotism. Nothing can be proud of your roots. And of course, when I come here, I cannot say that I didn't discover another word, a word that as a young girl I could at least show my hair, because I would say it's a traumatized. I am traumatized about that. That's for sure. I was always proud of my hair because I had the very long hair. My father was always saying that a woman should have a long hair, and I was always proud of my hair. And when you have 7 years old going to school in Iran, immediately you need to put a hijab.
At 7 years old.
At 7 years.
Wow.
And my hair was super long. That's why the school called my mom and asked them to cut my hair, because it's passing from the hijab.
Oh, wow.
And I cannot show my hair, of course, at 7 years old. Of course, my mom did that, so she tried to find another way to catch my
braid
hair.
it, to
Exactly.
of course.
And then it was, I think it was 6 months before coming here, if I'm not wrong. For the first time, we went out not far from, because here alone at this age in the street of Tehran is not only Tehran but in Iran, it's like strange. And my mom said that you can go with the girls, with friends, but not very far from the house. And this day was arrested. We was arrested by.
You were 13 years old.
How old?
And you got arrested.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got arrested.
Girls.
Yes, we was 5 girls.
And why they arrested?
So there was 2 reasons. First, we didn't put the hijab very well.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the second, my friend, she has a small dog. So we bring out dog for walk with us. So we was arrested, and there was 2 part of fear, you know. So the one that's, oh my God, we need now our father to come and pick up us. They was not aware about that.
Yeah.
And the second, that's what's will happening, because you're arrested with a very strange man, very violent, and they don't care. They are just there to intimidate you, to a kind of you cannot imagine, but as a woman, you feel that you're, I'm sorry to say that, but like shit.
Yeah.
They are treating you like that. That's for sure, no matter which age you have. And so, longest story short, father came super furious. He said that we told you, you cannot go out. Those people, they are very, I have a father very strict and very sometimes authoritarian, but I think now at my age, I understood.
He wanted to protect you.
Exactly.
He was scared about
He
you.
was caring about us. But until there, for me, it was why he don't let me live like my brother living. He can play football in the street.
Boys can do everything.
You know, that's my dream. It was playing football.
Okay.
And I will just finish with the story. So this day, I cut my hair very, very, very short.
Right.
That was my small revolution at my home.
Rebellion.
I always been a rebellion. That's for why in the family they call me a revolutionary girl. From very young age, I never stopped to defend the injustice, no matter. It could be injustice for my brother, I was always there. For my mother, I was always there. And from this day, I was like, for me, so 6 months before coming here, I had it cut hair. I was dressing like a man, like a boy. And I said to my father, this is what you want. So now I'm free. I can do what I want. So I can go out. Let me go play football. Because it was my dream. We had it a very big floor for the foods. And the boy, every afternoon, they was playing after school together. And I was looking from the windows, and I was like,
why can't I be in the field?
I would love to go and play. And I said to my mom, can I go? Don't say to Papa. And she was like, go.
Wow.
And every day I was going to play football until my father understood that I should not go. But that was my dream. So I started to playing football very young age also. That was very nice moments for me. But that's all those things to tell you that we are traumatized as a woman, as a younger.
So how did you go back there when you were 19? Why? If you knew already how it works there, the mentality, the fear, why going back?
I was looking for, to be honest, the first years here in Belgium, I couldn't find myself. First of all, I was not a very lucky woman, so I find myself at the school in Molenbeek. So I realized that there's not very difference between Belgium to Iran. So I was.
And that was already a few years ago that you realized
in
that.
2000. It was in 2000. 2002, 2001. Sorry.
Okay.
Wow.
It was crazy at this moment. It was like they told us, never say that you are not Muslim if you want to be safe.
Actually, I want to ask something now about this because it's not the first time that I'm hearing from either moderate Muslims or not Muslims that the only thing that matters once you're in these neighborhoods in Belgium is that you're Muslim and not necessarily your culture, your sense of belonging to where you come from in terms of, you know, if you're Moroccan, Algerian, Lebanese, whatever.
But this is what we are calling ummat.
La Ummah.
Yeah, Ummah.
Okay.
Ummah is something that was created specially by Republic Islamic in 1979 when Khomeini came to the power. He said that now the word of the Muslim, they are the sister and brother, no matter where they are living, they are a Ummah.
Okay.
And I am the leader of Ummah, especially on the Shiite words. And the ideology it was to expand, to make it Islam, Shiite, everywhere. And everybody should come Muslim because the word, we don't, so it is where you, sometimes you hear me, I'm saying that Islam gauchism, leftist, that's where they have a point in common, because for the left also there is no patriotism, no nation, no border, and you are like sister and brother, and this is exactly the same. And of course, when you are in those words, it's better to say that I'm Muslim, because then you are a part, you are a sister or brother. So nobody will.
They will protect.
Well, they will not beat you,
harm you,
but not
they will not harm you.
At least they will not. Yeah.
I'm so curious, you know, I prepared questions, but honestly, forget about what I prepared. Because I'm just fascinated by the story. And I wanted to ask, I guess you were very, very young, but do you or your family can describe the change from Iran when it was free? And how it became like that? How did we got to this beep situation? Because we see now, you know, I heard about it, and we see photos and we see videos and people that are telling the story, and you just say, wow, but how did we get there? What happened?
If I can say that we are also getting there in Belgium, I'm not wrong. So
this is why I'm asking, how did we get there?
This is exactly how it started. So, you know, that they try to show that the king of Iran, he was a dictator.
Okay.
That was a big propaganda, because if you look at the result, the report of the Amnesty International, 1 year before the king of Iran, before the revolution of Iran, there was no execution. There was only one execution in Iran.
Okay.
They said that he was a dictator. Of course, he was not a dictator. He tried to avoid a Marxist and Islamist group.
Okay.
That's why is the most dangerous group, because you have not ideology of communism, but on top of that you have also Islamism. So there is two radical ideology together
that share the controlling people.
Exactly. In all the way, because communism is already controlling people, and portfolio of the people, the life of the people. You are always a kind of soldier. And Islamism is the same, but with the Sharia law. So you can imagine that so here it's happened also slowly by slowly, few years, with brainwashing in the university, as with the movement of Marxism, we are equal people, we are the sister and brother.
Yeah. One big happy family, yeah.
We should be a big family. So everything started, and my mom, she was young also, that at this stage she told me that we believed, we didn't realize.
But they didn't see the change in their freedom, in what allowed or not allowed?
No, but because everything is happening exactly after the revolution. Before the revolution, it was just selling the dream.
Okay.
You will receive, for example, I wrote a kind of white, we are calling in Belgium carte blanche, like a white paper.
White note on
white paper in the
like a column.
On what's happening in New York, for example.
Okay.
So I said from Khomeini to Mamdani.
Yeah, to Mamdani.
I really suggest you to read it.
Okay.
It was, I wrote it immediately when I hear that he will be candidate for the New York. People, they don't realize, we realize, we live there. We know the story. My grandmother, she always said, I never forget, she always said that one day the people will understood what they did with the king of Iran, and this day it will be super late, because she went to the school by pushing from the king of Iran. So the father of the king of Iran, he was the first man who pushed all the women
to get educated.
Obligation education. He bring them out of the house, give them the right of the vote, driving. Iran is
voting?
One of the voting, the right of the vote. So the woman in Iran, they was one of the first country, before of many other European country, to have the right. The woman had the right to vote. So we started slowly by slowly. The leftists, the Antifa, those Marxists that take more and more power in the society, especially in the university. And the king of Iran, he tried to, that's to avoid the problem, because we knew what's happening.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, nobody realized.
So when the dream exploded in their
the day after the revolution.
Okay.
Thousands of millions.
Immediately,
one day after. Khomeini announced that now there is not a republic, is a republic Islamic.
Okay.
The people was voting for a republic, and then they changed it and put it as a Republic Islamic. That was the first. 1 week after, they announced that the woman, they should put a hijab. And now we are applying the Sharia law.
Naive question.
No, go ahead.
I have naive question. Okay. He said that the day after. Why at that moment people didn't go out to the street
They went.
Maybe they went.
Okay.
They went
100,000 million of women get there in the street.
And the men?
Also the men. But we know Republic Islamic. They opened the fire on the people. They killed the people.
The day after.
1 week after.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, it was also the Marxists with them, the leftists with them, the Islamists with them. So they get the power. They get all the army. So, yeah, they killed. I don't know how many execution happened after. In 1 week. In 1 week, they executed, I think, we should not be far from 100,000. Only from the Marxist Islamists, they killed 30,000 per people, executed.
You are talking and I feel that I have difficulties to breathe. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling so heavy.
This is something that I'm very afraid of Belgium, because I see the evolution, what's happening here.
We will get to Belgium. I think it will be a 2 hours episode, but and not.
She needs to be gone at a certain time. She has plans today.
We will come back. We will come back.
But yeah, wow.
Many people left Iran.
Many people left. Yeah.
They did not try to stop them from.
The people left. They tried to get from the Turkey, from the country around, and left.
You know, apropos, you said try to left through Turkey. When I arrived to Belgium in 2003, I used to work here in security in the airport, and one night I had to take a taxi back home, and they ordered a taxi, and when I saw the name, I saw it's a Muslim name. I am a girl that just came from Israel. I was scared, I didn't know anyone here, and I was sitting like that in the car, and he asked me where I'm from.
My favorite conversation.
I cannot lie. And I said, I'm from Israel. Where are you from? I said, maybe if I will be nice. But he was amazing. It was 1 hour driving with amazing story. And he said, I'm originally from Iran. Oh. I ran away from the country. My parents helped me to hide, so I will not have to go to the army or whatever, to hide and to go via Turkey to flee the country. And I was in the car listening to him, and he said, if someone is sick, if someone has a problem and you call the authorities, no one will come. But if you dare to say one word against the regime, 30 seconds they are there and you are gone. Huh?
Of course.
And now look where we are. Okay, it's amazing.
Thursday night I was actually whatever Thursday that was, but I was in the conference where Mona Jafarian was.
She's great.
She's amazing. I told her I was seeing you also, but she said something very, very worrying for Belgium, because Europe in general, and Sagit said it too, but that's basically it. It's the whole who is protecting us. This is for me, very relevant question, because most people here today, I'm going to say even us to a certain level, if I have a problem, I will still call the police. Oh, well, if I have a non-anti-Semitical problem, I will call the police. But to some level, we trust them. That's their job, right? Today, the question is really, how far can we, according to your opinion, trust them? And how really would we go about preventing or trying to not have the same, happen in Europe as it did in Iran? Because, well, it seems that it's per the minute almost, per the virgule, à la virgule près, the same evolution. Exactly. And so is there something that you believe we should do?
I think we need to have more authority. We should stop all those things. Because the result of that, I would say that's in 5-10 years. That's so it's like 12 years that I'm a little bit working on the relation between the organization of terrorism organization, the extremist organization, and also because we all think that everything is happening in the region, in the Middle East, nothing is happening here. But of course happening here, of course. Just a simple example. I'm working on dossier. There was a ceremony for Ali Khamenei, the dictator in the world, last Friday. So we tried to, last Saturday, and I tried to cancel it in one way, another way. First, how it is possible that we give those permission.
Yeah,
that's
in the first place. Yeah.
The second, from there, I realized that how many people and organization in Brussels, they are paid by embassy, and they are not paid by embassy directly. That's that's you need to understand. So the people is coming here by the bourse. They are coming here.
La bourse.
No, by a studies bourse.
La bourse scholarship.
Yes, okay.
Scholarship.
They're coming here and they started to study here, to find a job. And then they have the good job. They are the doctor. They are the professor at the university.
They are in the front of everything.
You don't realize those people. You don't realize.
They were sponsored.
So they are here and they are sponsored, those people. True of them. So it's not like you think that embassies paying directly them. So somehow, of course, the Republic Islamic, they will pay them, but not directly in Europe. So they are working, they are paying, they are giving money to some organization that, for example, we know, Samidoun, Brussels Panthers, SOS Palestine, etc. So there are many of them. So
yeah.
Don't advertise them.
Of course not. I want to close them.
No.
So that's you don't understand. That's 47 years. As always, I said, Republic Islamic not created a regime in Iran, not created a regime in the Middle East, but also they created another Republic Islamic in outside of the country. So you know that they came into the power also they take this support from leftists in Europe with this agenda point of Palestine, free Palestine.
Yeah.
So now 47 years, Ali Khamenei is dead. The Palestine is not free. Huh? That's, I would say, okay? That's the dream day. But all those movements is coming from Republic Islamic.
And we know that they are sponsored because the day after the 7th of October, everyone, before something could even happen or anyone could realize anything, they were all on the street, in the street and in your universities and everywhere. Surprisingly, they are not there now.
But
they disappeared. Yeah. But you are saying that, and we all know that, but we see that people refuse to accept it. And I'm not talking about the people that sponsored by these powers. I'm talking about Europeans or people
regular white people.
The regular white people.
It's okay.
No, but whatever.
The politically correct. It's not your
window. Bye-bye.
But the worst, they are the regular white people. Those people shock me.
We're gonna get beeped.
Yeah, you can imagine that as a woman I know. I live. So you know that I first between my 19 to 21 years old when I was in Iran. I went in the prison.
This is what I wanted to ask you, how they welcomed you.
Very well.
Yeah.
So I had it 2 days in prison. So I had it also 24 hours with 3 of friends, girls. We arrested and we was in the room that's, I would say that's maybe 2 square meter on 2 square meter. One of us want to move. We should all of us turn without windows, small windows on top. And I'm asthmatic.
Oh my
I
God.
cannot breathe. So I know I am, when I told you that my memory is coming back, each woman happening. It's each moment that somebody's dying or is in prison. So I'm living exactly the same, because when you get there, you don't know if you get out. You don't know if you get out safe. If you don't know if you will out alive. I don't know if you hear that many women during the Masa Amini protests, they was arrested, the woman, because they was taking out the hijab and cutting their hair. The first thing that we received from Iran, because I have full of my family there, I have my cousins, my family all there. They was asking for, the pills for the contraception.
Birth control.
Birth control. Because a woman cannot be vierge, before execution.
Yeah. They rape her before execution.
Whoa.
Yes.
Pardon.
So you are raping the people, you are raping the girls.
The women and the girls, yes.
And then you decided if you want to execute them or not. During the January, if you realized, we had it, many people died. So they said between 30 to 40, but we know that is much more.
You know what amazed me? Sorry for interrupt you, because I'm shaking, really.
I'm dead inside.
We saw also on social media one of the girls that was killed. I remember I couldn't sleep after that. I really regretted that I watched it. But when I looked at the images, there were women that pushed her into the car. Women! And I'm asking myself, those evil men that do that, but how are you as a woman can help them to take this miserable young woman who did nothing wrong, push her to the car knowing that she will be raped and killed? And
for them is you're doing wrong, because you are not doing exactly what Islam says.
They believe in Sharia law. These women are women that believe in Sharia law.
For them, Sharia law is
the law.
Is the law. Like you cannot replace. When we are talking about Sharia law in Belgium, so you don't realize Sharia for radicalization, for the Muslim radical, it's on top of the law. There is no other law. So that's why you have the woman who is pushing another woman in there, because for them it's completely fine.
And this is the women that are there and believe in the Sharia law. Where are all the feminists here? Where are all the
because
feminists?
The feminists here, they also believe on the Sharia law. They thought that it's very interesting to defend the Sharia law. That's.
I'm not talking about the Muslims, huh?
No, it was ironic.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Because I'm talking about all over the world. You see all the hypocrites.
But you will never hear any feminism, any leftist people who is defending the woman in Iran, in Afghanistan.
Never. They will defend transgender, who are not even a woman, and they will not defend women.
No, they will not. No.
And again, as you said, not only.
If you are the ideal victim, we are not the ideal victim.
No, the people, the women, the women
we are
in
the strong woman. We are not the ideal victim who is.
There are a lot of women and girls, little girls in Africa that been kidnapped, killed, burned alive, raped, and they are not the strong women. They need the help. You don't hear anything.
No, because it's not
no
on the
Jews, no news. That's another.
That's for Twitter. And when there is any way, there is a link with the Islamic situation, you will never, ever hear the left and the feminists talk about that. Never. Aside Palestine, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
that's the big agenda of. And yeah, that's why. So I never had any feminist with us in all the movement for Iran.
Do you feel betrayed?
I don't care about them because I think victimization is not in our blood. So we are the fighters. We don't care. They want to, the woman who is crying, we are not crying, we're fighting. So as you know that, for example, they don't like me. I'm not the ideal profile because I'm a fighter. I said what I think. Nobody in the world can stop me to say when I know what I want and when I know what is my value, nobody can stop me. So again, I'm not the profile who is playing as a victim. That's why many, even the men, the women, especially from the left, especially from the world of feminists, for them, I am the voice to be silent.
Because you don't need to be saved.
Yeah, I don't want to be saved.
She doesn't fit their
They
agenda.
need to be saved.
Exactly.
I don't need to be saved. So I can fight myself. So when you hear that Iranian people is calling Israel and US to come for help, why they are crying for the mullah? That's because they need, it's a business.
But
It's
then
a
you
kind of
hear them, by the
business.
way. Now you hear them when Israel and the United States
Yeah, but
get
you
into
hear
the...
it from other sides.
Of course.
So suddenly
they are...
the
wake up.
international law,
Yeah.
protection of the innocent people, and the people in Iran, they are calling to have a help. But again, we are coming back on the point of is a business. You need, that's this diversity which came as a mod here in Europe.
And inclusion.
Yeah, is the business for the subsidy. But I would say that diversity is just using the people, put it in the box, and use them when they need.
Yeah.
So some of them make the money from there. Some of them use them for the votes. And those people, they are the ideal victim because they are playing the victim. They said that I am the victim. It's like exactly that's like the word of Islamophobia.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not. This word is not existing.
No.
This word
Well,
this word it was created by the Islamists
Yes.
to, if any person dare to talk about or criticism the Sharia law, to use it and attack it. And now I can tell you this word is used by the white people.
Mm-hmm.
White people. So
True.
when I am talking about the Sharia law, the first people who is attacking me is the white people.
That's
It's
true.
the white people. From their canopy in the democracy country, they dare to talk about something they don't know. Not yet. Soon, but they will understand what we are talking about.
The anger, the sadness, the frustration. I'm also very sensitive to injustice, so it's. I feel my body boiling right now. I have so many things I want to ask. I want to know where you find the strength. What do you do when you don't find it? I want to go completely off topic now, but I mean, you went back and forth. You've seen stuff that should technically make it that you're not here with us right now, mentally or physically. And I have in front of me a beautiful woman with beautiful hair, with a smile that has no end. You keep smiling, and I see the emotions, but you keep smiling. And I'm going to cry. Well, it's so inspiring. Because we as Jews, we often feel alone. And it's true that in all the stuff that has happened in the past few years, and you just said something, the people that attack you the most are the white people. And I keep saying how much, and Sagit and I are saying this a lot. We have more problems with any of these than in general with Arabs. Because they know.
I feel more supported by them than...
Exactly. And also something, I'm going to try and be more positive here, but how great it is that maybe today younger people that forgot how Iran and Israel were close once, how there is a lot of shared history. It was a long time ago. Some people were not born. They wouldn't know about it, but still we know about it. And I'm a very pessimistic person. What Mona said during the conference was like on point for me, but I do want to believe, you know, that us three sitting here and a lot of Jewish, Israeli or not Israeli, but Jewish and Iranians, I feel like we are very strong people.
We are more, I think we are the most and strongest people in the world, and brave. Because first of all, after the, I would just say that because what Israel did for the people in Iran on 28th of February by killing Ali Khamenei.
كتلة كادو.
It was what Cyrus did it for the Jewish people.
To give a bit of background, you know what? Can you, in one sentence, tell us what happened exactly with Cyrus le Grand? Because people also don't know.
Yeah, so like that, everyone will know exactly the connection between us.
So the Cyrus le Grand helped the Jewish people to come back to their world, their country. So they give them back their country. They help them, and I think that's what we are doing. Israel is help people doing the same. So we need also to take our country back. But the history between the Jewish people and the Iranian people is a longer story. The problem is in Belgium, in Europe in general, people that don't like to learn, to open a book, you know, it's too much.
They have TikTok. What do you want from them? Iran.
TikTok University.
Yeah.
They have TikTok. They have also this organization for the young organization paid by commune. So they don't need to open a book. So if you open a book, you will understand that's what is the Jewish people. So who is the Jewish people? Israel always existing. Nobody take from nobody. So and the Iranian people, they are not Arab or Muslim. So it's very difficult for people to open a book, you know.
Yeah.
So they prefer to look at the TikTok, to listen to propaganda of what they try to give them as information. And so using their brain is difficult. But coming back to the, so you know that's we never been enemy of the Jewish people. It's about Republic Islamic. So Republic Islamic, it came on the board with the help of the leftists in Europe, in US, with the agenda point of free Palestine and so hate of Jews. So where we are, so you know that, for example, in Iran, every morning at the school, we should say at the, you know, before going to the class, everybody needs to say that did to Israel, did to
America.
US, and then you can go to the. So the brainwashing. So they give you exactly what information they want, and nobody right to talk about Israel. So I then say that Israel is a word
taboo.
Yeah, so you can be executed for that. But the Iranian people, so after the 7th October, I think the Iranian people, I was the first, at least here, I don't remember, I was the first to support the Jewish people because I know, we know, because we have the same fight, because we want the peace. they don't want the peace. They are supporting the terrorism. They love to kill the people, innocent people. We don't have the same word with them. That's why we have the same fight. And not only, I think the Jewish people and the Iranian people is fighting for the word, because people, they don't understand, but we are fighting for the word.
Has there ever been a moment that you, since you started to speak publicly, that you have to pay a personal cost, personal price?
Personal, what do you mean? So yes, I was always treated as a... So I was treated first as a Zionist.
Zionist, yeah.
Yeah,
Zionist, yeah.
Vraiment.
Should be proud of
and
it,
also,
yeah.
I'm proud. And then I was a spy of Mossad.
Bien sûr.
Of course.
Me too.
We said
Mossad
that
paying me.
everyone, yeah,
Mossad
we
paying
all.
me.
Yeah.
And
My
then,
big house to show the proof of it.
If I will
Chateau en
show my
Espagne.
bank account, they will understand that not possible, yeah.
and then I, since January, on top of all those beautiful
Compliments.
compliments, titles that I received here, I added also Pahlaviste.
Okay.
So, and I'm proud of all of them. At the beginning, I was crying, to be honest. I was crying. I was like,
Understandable.
I did say nothing bad. It's for them. It's for the people. I love them because they opened the door for me, to me. They give me the opportunity to become the woman who I am today. Of course, my character also helps, but they give me opportunity, and I really feel that I'm belong also as a Belgian person. Of course, if you know where you are coming from, your roots and your culture, you can always respect the country who opened the door to you. So you don't need to apply your roots and your culture to other people and say that everybody needs to
force it to everyone.
force.
You can do both.
Because what's happening actually in Brussels, in Belgium, that it's like we have a kind of forced marriage of the 9 years old girls. So we forced to live with some people that we don't.
Wait.
Yes.
Attends. I'm not sure I heard right.
Yeah.
In Belgium,
Yes.
in 20 now
Yes.
in 2025 now,
Yes.
there is a possibility in certain areas for a man to marry or to, I mean, legally, no, but...
No, legally is not, but that's always happening, and we know about that. And if it's not, nobody knows, but voilà. But what I try to say, that's the situation is became like the situation in Brussels became like a forced marriage of 9 years here. It's like we have an obligation to live with some people, some culture that we don't want. And for that, we need to be silent, because in any case, we said something, and we said that it's not up to us to adapt ourselves, but it's up to everybody to adapt in the law, in the institution, in the law of the country, integrate in the country. You became racist, Islamophobe, or any other things that they said. So I think I forget what was the question on my...
I asked about personal cost, but you know what?
At personal cost,
Yeah.
you know, one of my character that I hope I can be, the people can be inspired by that, is my fearless.
And you know what? Since you mentioned that, and we are about to finish our episode, last question, which I also a bit twisted it with, further to what you said. If you can encourage or inspire the younger generation, boys, girls, Muslim, Jewish, Catholic, whatever their faith is. What would you tell them in order to be free in their own life and to create a better society for all of us?
First thing that people they need to know, democracy is a pearl, rare pearl, and is not a gift. It's a fight for every day. So for your freedom and your democracy, you need to fight every day. Because people say that we have democracy and freedom, will stay there. That's not true. That's
they take it for granted.
Yeah.
No. So what I want to say, first of all, I really want to say to the new generation of the woman, because I see sometimes the woman and my heart is like, why? So first, look at yourself every morning in the mirror and tell yourself, first, I love myself and I am capable.
This is why I educated my girls.
To do what I want to do. And nobody and nothing in the world can change me if I want.
Wow.
And then do what you want. Follow your dream, follow your plan, and be fearless and courage. Because when you are fearless, and I'm really fearless, I don't care. I'm fearless because I know that the worst thing can happen in your life, it's you are dying. You cannot do anything. That's the only things that you should, and you cannot be fair about that because it's happening.
Happening for sure.
So it's part of life. Nothing else should stop you. So for me, there is two things that I don't know, and I'm writing my book, so it's coming out. I have the longest story. I don't know how many times I felt. And each time I felt, I put my hands on my knees and I stand up and I continue. And until I'm here, I'm sitting here in front of both of you, I never asked for help. I did it every single step of my life alone. I decided from very young age how to shape my future. And when I was 14 years, I was dreaming to be a politician. Of course, my father was against of that. Of course, I have 14 years now, but I'm shaping my future. At least if I can be one day a politician,
You did it.
I did it, and that's it.
And you have a beautiful hair and a beautiful smile, and you're indeed very inspiring. And really, we are honored to have you here.
Thank you so
You
much.
touched my heart in a way that you could not even imagine. And I wish you, in every step of your way, first of all, that you will not fall again, and you will continue to rise and be inspiration for everyone. Thank you so much for coming.
You know, you are not alone. Not here. You are not alone. Many of us sometimes feel alone, but I can tell you that we are many of us thinking the same way. Some of us, they have more courage to talk about that, to shut and say help. Some of us less. But I always said, when you stand up for the people, for the value, and you are defending what is just, you are opening not only a door for you, but you are opening a door for the million of people who is thinking like you. And you can help each of them to wake up and put it this fear side and the stand-up. And this is what I always believe.
I hope we do it a bit here. We are trying.
We are trying, and I'm going to close on something maybe, maybe it's cute enough.
You want me to make me cry?
No, yeah. But maybe, I cry very easily.
I really try to.
No, but you see, I do both at the same time. Huh? The tears are falling, the smile is at the same time. Yeah, so it's okay. It's a superpower we have. But yesterday I was watching a movie with my daughter. I think it was Beethoven for the first time. And at some point she said something because they were very mean guys doing mean stuff to dogs there. So, And my daughter said, and I'm going to say it in French, "Mais maman, les gentils gagnent toujours." And that means that, light basically always wins. And you know what? With women like you and like us.
Yes.
But with women like you, I have faith. I'm all over the place emotionally right now, but you give me faith. It's very, very, I don't know how to explain. And sorry for all the noise to the people that are listening. But yeah, so, allez.
People bring light. Thank you so much, everyone.
And the light is always win.
Exactly.
Amen.
Yalla, bye. It was
Bye.
great.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And can we say l'an prochain à Tehran, maybe?
L'an prochain,
peut-être pas.
Next year of Iranian.
Because
the Norway is near. And we hope that soon we will be here.
Amen.
Yes, let's say next year we do a podcast in Iran.
Oh, amen.
As a lead.
I will sing there.
Opa.
Amen.
Amen. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.